Hi guys, Glenn here from Game Reviews and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into it, we're going to speak a little bit on Helldivers, but feel free to hit a like, hit a comment down below on this video. It would really help the channel and my algorithm. And if you really want to stick around, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into it. So Helldivers 2, this game, pretty much like Pal World, has taken people by storm. It's an amazing live service co-op shooter in third person, a lot different to the original Helldivers. And I will be honest, I really didn't play the first Helldivers, but this caught my eye and how much fun it is. But what we've seen is from Arrowhead actually is expanding. There has been server issues relating to the PC and a little bit on PlayStation, so they are expanding. They really want to open up their team to give more support to the community, and that will come in the form of adding new stuff to the game, maybe content, and really developing the game and pushing it going forward. But yeah, there's been a lot of positives to this game. The big positive is its price mark being at $40 or euros, depending where you are, and the fact that it's not pushing its battle pass at you and in your face and making you want to progress to the end game straight away. Essentially, what we see from this game is that you can actually earn the equivalent of the super credits for the main battle pass, which is the premium side of things, and also there's a very generous basic battle pass for the users. Within that is that you'll earn medals throughout your game, and what you can do is you can unlock new gear, new guns. I will be really honest, I was a little bit confused starting off, so a bit of the real game currency that I earned, I actually bought it on a suit, and this is the suit that I'm wearing in this gameplay. It's not the best, but the more and more I kind of start looking at it and what I could unlock, I actually knowing to really save up those super credits that you can actually farm in the game as well. And on the original battle pass, the basic one, they will actually give you an option to purchase a certain amount of credits through the medals, so maybe 100 or 50 through the whole lot. So you basically are able to earn the premium through grinding. But the thing is about this is that the grind is fun, the game is fun, and dying so many times in so many weird ways and being overrun by hordes of enemies is just hilarious. And I want to circle back to the fact that the player base, are enjoying, even with the server issues, the player base are enjoying the game, because what the real point is that there's not much wrong with the game other than the server issues. There's nothing wrong with the in-game mechanics other than the server issues. So once the in-game mechanics are doing very well, players are going to enjoy it. Server issues do cause issues, but the fact that they still want to play is that they know this will be fixed, and they have expanded that server capacity as well, and that was only recently, so that should really help out on the server capacity. But in terms of the game itself, this game is not a single player game. You can play single player. There's a couple of levels to it. There's trivial, easy, medium, challenging, and so on. But you really don't want to play this on your own. You can really get overwhelmed. I can see how some people could get turned off this game if they want to go in solo. Veteran gamers who just grind it out and think it's hilarious is great. But if you really want to actually invest in the game, you will need a team. You're going to need a minimum of 2. I did play on my own in this game run through. I'm actually playing with a teammate and found it so much better, so much easier to be a little bit more tactical, that I'm not relying on my stratagems every time to bail me out, and that I don't have to retreat from an objective that I'm doing and run away and really get my bearings because I've run out of ammo. My timers are still ticking down and I really just got to run to save my life. It is funny and it's enjoyable, but when you got that second person, third or fourth, you feel a lot better. The game feels the way it should be. And that is a tactical shooter. Now, the other thing on this as well is that, the game has sold over 1 million copies, which is doing really well. I think it's got 135 or 125 concurrent players on Steam at the moment, and it will go up and rise. But the thing is about the game, it kind of gets a little bit repetitive. That's what I found, but still extremely enjoyable. That's just me being super critical about the game. But also with the game, you've got multiple kind of enemies now. So we've got like the bugs. Basically, if you ever watch Starship Troopers, anybody who's in their 30s or over will know that. It's basically that, and then you got the automatons, which is Terminator. So you got Starship Troopers and a Terminator. What more could you ask for? You can jump in to the automaton fight. It is pretty hard, believe me. It's hilarious. If you're not at the right level, you're gonna get your ass handed to you, but it's seriously fun to know that you can go in there and go, okay, once I progress my level enough and I've got what I need to be unlocked, this is a level I'm going to go to. Whether or not you could run that on 2-player or 3-player, I don't know. You probably will need 4 because they are ruthless with the objectives. So regardless of the level, they're ruthless, and I really enjoy that as well. So it's really testing you. You got to be quick as well. You can't really waste time, especially when you're calling in people or having your combinations and your stratagems. It can be a bit hard to get used to starting off. Like, it's not just press LB or press the F key or whatever it may be to call something in. You've actually got to dial it in. So you need a second or two. If you're quick enough, you can really get that down to where it's nearly auto. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. But what I will say is that there is a huge update coming from the developers, and what I thought was absolutely amazing was the fact that they are looking, hands-on looking, at how this game is being played. So let me give you an example of what has been said about this game. So if the player base, which is the whole player base, not just your squad, are running through a planet very quickly, that maybe the developers didn't think would have been as quick, essentially what they're going to do is they're going to pull you back a little bit and throw in maybe a heavier threat and make it a little bit more difficult, so you're not just burning through everything. So they're really trying to balance the game. And then on the other hand, if you are struggling on a planet and the whole player base is struggling on a planet, what they do is they might show you a few free stratagems. They might give you a daily gun that could be used that is a little bit OP for the level that you're on. But yeah, I think that is absolutely amazing. And they're actually not going to have AI looking at this. They're actually going to have people, real humans, yes, real humans, monitoring this at all times. And as well, with the medals, you can farm medals in the game, and you can also retrieve medals from accomplishing certain objectives within the game. But also, they are very generous with that as well. At the moment, I think it was yesterday, that essentially if you kill 50 people with a 120 millimeter basically airstrike, well, I say people, but it's monsters. Come on, we're fighting monsters and robots. Essentially, you can get 15 medals. And that's pretty cool from your 2 and 4 medals that you're getting, which really allows you to unlock a few things pretty easily. There's credits in there as well. Now, there's different levels of currency in this game that can be a little bit confusing. So you've got your game currency, which is just to unlock stratagems. Then you have your super credits, which is for your store, which you can get in the game, as I said. And then you also have medals, essentially, that can unlock your battle pass, and you move through it as well. So I just feel like this game overall is a success. It's really, really good. And the fact that they are looking to add in new creatures to fight, new species, new planets, new game modes. There's also talk of adding in new machinery, i.e. tanks, cars and vehicles, and expanding the map as well. So this game is at its infancy. So you can already see that you're saying, oh, wouldn't it be great if we had like a tank or if we had a car to drive around and really push every part of the level. Yes, and you can see that the map is vast. It doesn't take that long to move across the map, to be really honest. Like, you can get from point A to point B in like 2 minutes, so it's not too bad. But you will be like swarmed as you go, so it's not just one straight road. But there is going to be more added to this. There's already a vast amount of machinery that you can use that's just so OP at times that it's unbelievable. And that's what I love about the game as well, is that even starting off, like, they give you a serious amount of machinery that can really mess up the AI in this game, and it's hilarious, and you can really cause some damage. Also within the game as well, and just a tip, there are certain points around the map, and you'll see that when you go in to load up, it will show you the actual, the stratagems that you can earn in the game. You can get a hell bomb, which is basically a mini nuke. There's loads of things you can get, and they will be given to you while you're on that planet, on that level. So keep your eye out for that. Just don't go to the objective. There is points of interest around the map as well. My biggest tip in this game is do the main objective, get it out of the way nice and quickly, and then go to your points of interest and work your way back to your evacuation. But that is something that needs to be done, because in that sense, there's hidden bunkers, there's hidden areas that will give you a lot of bonus and a lot of stuff that you need to purchase in-game content, as well as new guns, new armory, stuff within your stratagems for your ship. There's loads of variations of what you can pick up on the map, and it's very, very generous. Have I said generous already? Yeah, I think I've said generous a million times. But at the end of the day, this game shows what a live service game should be. That the game is functioning pretty cool. The graphics are absolutely amazing. The movement around each kind of solar system is amazing. The intensity of the music is great. The damage of the guns are insane as well. And this is something that people are enjoying, and it's fun. And it doesn't matter how often you die, you get a certain amount of callbacks in as well that you can be revived in. So, the game is about dying. You're not going to run a level without dying. That's just the way it is, because either friendly fire is going to kill you, or you're in the middle of a firefight and your teammate has thrown in a stratagem that's just going to literally blow you up, and it's hilarious, or you're going to be overwhelmed. So it's all about being strategic. It's enjoyable. It's fun. You don't really get a lot of time. You got to think before you act, before you go into a level, and some 99.9% of the time that plan goes out the window and you're just in a shitstorm. So no, it is a pretty cool game. I really do recommend it. The price is so reasonable that this is how it should be going forward, and for me, I give it a massive thumbs up. It's a great game and well done from Arrowhead, and I am a little bit disappointed that it's not for people on Xbox, as I have Xbox, I have a PC, and I have a PlayStation. I just love gaming, but it would be great to be able to play with people from Xbox, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So if you need to play this game, you need to go out and buy a PlayStation, or if you've got a PC in your house, grab it on Steam. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. And how are you excited? How much levels of excitement are you bringing to the table for this news? Are you excited to see new villains come into this game, new monsters, new areas, new stratagems coming in? Are you excited to see if they're going to bring in vehicles? There is talk about that. Tanks, what is it that we can do? And also, when I think about this game, I very much think about Warframe. Are you going to be able to battle outside your ship? Is there going to be new ships coming into it as well, with new equipment? That should be pretty cool. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and once again, don't forget to hit the like if you enjoyed this. Hit a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I'd love any and all input on how to improve these videos and bring this information to you guys. Peace.